Hi guys, it's Drew here. Welcome to another episode of Sega Saturday. Today I'm bringing you World of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. It came out in 1992 on the Sega Mega Drive or Genesis, depending on where you live. And it's kind of like a follow-up to Castle of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse. It's also hot off the heels of Quackshot as well, which starred Donald Duck as well. Both highly successful games. Now you may have noticed the Retro One Limb introduction at the start there. I have joined the Retro One Limb network. Thanks for the warm welcome from everybody. Nothing's going to change in regards to the content that I'm outputting or what I've got planned in the future, but it's a network I've followed for quite a while, and a lot of my friends that I've made on YouTube are part of the network as well. But yeah, this is World of Illusion, a follow-up to Castle of Illusion. And it's not really a follow-up to Quackshot, but both Mickey and Donald starred in highly successful games on the Disney brand on the Sega Mega Drive and Genesis. This game is really good. It's very easy to complete once you're familiar with it. I mean, I've not played this for absolute years, so I'm obviously very rusty, but you can either choose to play as Mickey or Donald, and the adventure is actually influenced by your character choice. And there's also co-op available, where you do help each other out in certain levels by using a rope and various other co-op, what's the word I'm looking for? Co-op equipment that they place in the levels. Now the adventures are mostly the same, although the middle portion of each level is usually tailored towards which character you've picked. Now I'll show you that as I'm playing through here. Both characters are exactly the same other than graphical differences. They've got the magic cape, which if you hit them full with the cape you'll kill an enemy. If you hit them with the stardust which comes off the end there, you'll just stun the enemy, and you have to follow it up with another stardust attack or move in with your cape. You've also got a jump button, which if you duck down and jump you'll do this crawl, and you also have a run button as well, which makes you dash. There you go, there's the run. So you start off in the forest. Both characters the levels follow the same theme, but like I say, the middle portion of the level is different. Now what I'm going to show you this is I'm going to complete the level with Mickey, up to the portion where the level switches, and then I'm going to edit over to Donald's section just to show you the differences. There's not that much difference in the first level, to be honest with you, but some of the later levels they do have a completely different middle section layout for the levels. And also as well, in co-op the middle section is different as well. So you've really got three adventures which are mostly the same, but have enough differences to make them say it's three unique experiences. Now the game is best played in co-op. Unfortunately I've not got a co-op partner who can actually play this with me, so you'll have to do with single player versions, but it is a very entertaining game. It doesn't pose the same challenges as Castle of Illusion did, but that doesn't mean it's not a good game. And that's the first section complete, which is unique for both Mickey and Donald. Now Mickey has this section here where you use a network of plants to fire yourself up through the forest. I'm just checking for hidden items there, because I've convinced there's some hidden items that you swipe with your cape there. But yeah, with Mickey, you fire up this network of plants there, and then you continue on your journey through the level. But Donald's level does differ from that quite a bit. Mickey's section's more tricky platforming really, and has got more to it on this occasion. But sometimes it's swapped around where Donald's level is more intricate, and there's a lot more to it. The bags you pick up can either give you playing cards, which I'm not sure if there is a score on this game, so I'm not actually sure the purpose of the cards really. Now the sweets give you energy. Now while the energy is depicted by playing cards, picking up a playing card I don't think restores it for you, restores the health for you. There is also top hats which you can pick up, because this is a magician themed game. the top hats you pick up are extra lives, and every now and then you will get this firework, which is a smart bomb, which will clear the screen for you, but they're few and far between in the game. I think you only encounter 2 or 3 in the entire game. So that's the end of Mickey's section there of level 1, so I'm going to warp through to Donald now. Like I say, Donald is the same character basically, it's just the same skin of the character. I do actually prefer Donald because his grumpy nature just makes the game a little bit more entertaining, and he's got some quite funny animations. So this is where the level branches off now, where Mickey got fired into a series of those firing tulips or whatever you want to call them. Donald just gets fired high into the air, and is kind of like in this beanstalk section with loads of moving platforms that he has to negotiate. You can also stick to the ground if you so wish as well, but most of the bonus items tend to be high up on this section of the level. I can't remember who the main adversary of this game is. I want to say it's Pete, as Pete's usually the go-to villain of the Mickey Mouse and Disney games. Pete was the main villain in Quackshot. All the enemies tend to look like him, and if anybody's played DuckTales on the NES or the recent remake as well, the Beagle Gang is pretty much what Pete looks like. But yeah, the reason I like Donald, I mean, his run's more comical. When he ducks down, he cowers, because Donald's really a big grumpy coward at heart, really. Mickey's quite a reluctant hero, but a lot more adventurous and braver than Donald is. So this is the end of the Donald section now, so I'm going to walk back over to Mickey. So both characters would pick up in this section. Now this is pretty reminiscent of the Castle of Illusion section, I think, with the leaves. Apologies for those noises in the background, it's constantly getting emails. Something you have to get used to with my videos. I have to keep my emails on at all times. It's getting important messages through. But yeah, this section always reminds me of the leaf section in the Castle of Illusion first level, in the forest level. But this one's an awful lot better. It's graphically a lot better, but I mean, it did come out after Castle of Illusion, so you would expect the graphics to improve. It's probably one of the best looking Mega Drive games that's actually out, if I'm honest with you. And with this being aimed at youngsters as well, I mean, I was about 12 when I've been 12. I would have been 15. I would have been 15 when this came out, yeah. So obviously the puzzles posed like this are not too difficult, but somebody a little bit younger may be challenged with a game such as this. But it's not too hard, and you have unlimited continues. The only downside to the continue option is it does send you back right to the start of the level, not the section. So here's the first boss. Quite an easy boss. It's a spider, which it doesn't actually start until you walk over the middle section, and drops down, and you can defeat this right quick if you jump up, and you can get 2 attacks per time it drops down. But the safe way to do it is just to hit it once as it comes down, and then it does this little taunt thing. Can't hurt you when it's there, and you can't hurt it. It just pulls a funny face at you. Again, more of the comic nature of the cartoons and such. But a couple more hits and it should be dead. And unlike Castle of Illusion, you do get magic abilities instead of gems of illusion. So the magic ability you get on this next level is Magic Carpet, and it helps you progress through the first section of the second level. The intermission scenes just generally tell you how to use the magic power you've just acquired. The voice works quite good as well, especially for a cart-based voice work. The Magic Carpet just works when you tap the jump button to keep it afloat. It's a pretty short section, and this section again is shared between both characters before the next section diverges to whichever character you've picked, or whether you're playing co-op or not. Just a simple case of just keep tapping the jump button. There is collectibles on this, but the cards, like I say, I don't see what the purpose of the cards is. Obviously the sweets are good because they give you extra energy. And you just fly across to the mountain section. And again, like I say, this is where the levels divert. So we've got like a rainy mountainside with lightning striking down and bursting into flame where the lightning actually strikes. It's done really well. I mean, the graphical effects there, you've got a nice decent rain effect. I'm not sure what happened there with the video. But yeah, nice decent rain effects. And the lighting in the background is amazing for 1992. Really good. I thought that was going to kill me then, actually. Now, Mickey goes into a cave here where he's got to dodge boulders and then run for his life. This is where the run button is one of the few times it's actually rarely used. But just a simple section where you just got to run. And Mickey has this section where the rocks fall down when you pass the central point. And it's a bit of an odd one, really. You've got to keep jumping to stop the blocks disappearing. If you stand on one for too long, it'll disappear completely. And then when you get to the bottom, all but one remains, and you've got to jump onto the block which randomly appears at the bottom of the screen there. Now, I missed that completely that time, so I forgot what actually was happening. Like I say, it's been about probably 15-16 years since I've played this game. But yeah, it's a simple case of just getting to the bottom there and jumping on the randomly placed block there. Now, warping over to Donald's section after the magic carpet, you go on this section, which is completely different and an awful lot harder, where he's riding this leaf that's going crazy down the rapids, and you've got to jump over a series of rocks and duck as well to dodge rock formations. Like there, I should have ducked there. Luckily, he gets put straight back onto the screen again, so you can just rectify that mistake there. But yeah, like I say, Donald's section is completely different and an awful lot harder, with a lot of, well, every screen's at instant death if you make a mistake, which I do quite a lot on this, because it's something you really got to learn what's coming next. But after this section, which I don't get past with Donald, unfortunately, the games join back up together on the final stretch to get to the boss of the second level. And that's where Donald, unfortunately, I know he got one more life there, but it didn't last very long. Give you a brief shot of the game over screen there. You got a password system which lets you start from that level again by choosing a series of 4 playing cards. It's not a convoluted password system which some cart games used to have, when you didn't know if your O's were zeros or your I's were ones. If you remember those ones, they're a bloody nightmare. I never understood with those games as well why they had so many letters and stuff. I mean, surely they could have made them a lot simpler to do. But yeah, this is where the adventures rejoin again on this cloud section. You've got the grumpy storm clouds with faces on, which will move every time you jump on them, and you've got the little like puffy clouds which will disappear after you've stood on them for so long. It's got a nice section in this level as well where there's a cloud piano, which always makes me always reminds me of the scene from Big the movie, when Tom Hanks and the toy store owner on that piano keyboard that they play with the feet. It always reminds me of that section, that does. But yeah, this is quite a intricate section of platforming this as well, because some of the jumps you've got to use the run button. Only the vultures to really worry about, really, and I think this is where we're coming up to the piano. Yeah, there we go. Some of them release notes which do nothing, others release sweets, cards and top hat, which I missed, and some of them even release bombs, which you've obviously got to avoid because they'll blow you up. But yeah, this is a really enjoyable game. It's not going to pose much of a challenge. I mean, even if it got infinite continues, and I mean, back in the day I used to be able to complete this without dying. It is that easy once you've gone through the game a few times and learned the ropes and learned how to play it properly. So I'm going to end the video now on this second boss. The second boss is it always reminds me of Pete's Dragon. It's not Pete's Dragon, but it always does remind me of that. It's like a little purpley kind of pinky version of it. So again, you triggered it by the central section. You've got to destroy each block turns into a dragon, and I didn't quite get its attack pattern down, but you've got to jump and attack it basically, but I completely make a pig's ear of it every time. But yeah, really enjoyable game, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that episode of Sega Saturday, and I will be bringing you another episode next week. So thanks for watching, and definitely check this game out. It is one of the better Sega Mega Drive games. Thanks for watching.